Hi everybody, and welcome to video 2 of our flip-flop folio of favorite foods. Yay, I got it right. And this is Terry, of course, and I want you to take the time, if you can, and go and visit Sweet Pea Paper's Facebook group, and then my new Facebook group, which was Junk Journal Tutorials, Videos, and Projects. And the links to that will be below. We've got some good stuff going on in both groups. Of course, you can post your YouTube links on Tuesday, your Etsy shops on Thursday, give away freebies through your Ko-Fi shop on Fridays, and then say hello to the new members on Sundays. And then, of course, all the videos are posted, and things from Line.Arrow are posted. We have contests that we go and do, and challenges and things like that in conjunction with Line.Arrow, and design team projects from Teddy Treasure Shop, from Collage Type, and from Line.Arrow. So we've got a lot going on, and you should go visit those. If you like these videos, please give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, then please subscribe. If you are a subscriber, hello again. So in video 1, we did the construction of the journal or folio, and then we did page 1, which is a flip out with a place for a recipe here and a place for a recipe here. And of course we'll put a little bit of ephemera on here if we have room. We're going to put the recipe on first, of course. Now I've decided, I think, to use this as the cover image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recover this with a different image. We're not going to do that on camera, but I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. So over here on page 2, let me get the stuff. We're going to do a flip up, but we're going to do one of the newer types of flip ups that I've been doing, which is going ahead and using the manila folder material, the part we cut off. I made it shorter. Let me get all this stuff off of here. Let me turn it around. Let's see. I must have it backwards. Oh no, I just have the papers upside down. Do I have them where they go? No. Sort of. Oh, I know. It is inside out. So this is going to go like this. And then I cut it off so that it fit on the page without being too long. Okay, and then I inked it, of course. So now we're going to do this one a little bit different in that actually this is the front page. And I went ahead and glued the paper on since that's all we were going to do on this page. Now I've got it right. And then we're going to just glue it here, just in this area. And that will give us another flip up, which is here. So it'll be like a waterfall, sort of. And then we'll have the paper for page 2 here. So let's go ahead and what do I want to do first? This is the paper for page 2. I'm trying to decide. What am I got going on here? My whole little organizational thing is in a big mess. I'll have to fix it later. Alright, so this is the paper for this page. Right, and then we're going to glue this onto here. And leave my magnets out so I don't forget. Let's move this out of the way for right now. And if we glue this to here, is that going to make it too long? It will. Should be exactly the same. Okay, so we're going to take this section right here and we're going to glue it to the top of this paper here that's already been inked. To wait for this to come down. I'm going to have to put a little bit of thinner in here, which is acetone nail polish remover. It's better to use 100% acetone instead of just regular nail polish remover, and then I'll add some new to it and then shake it up, and that will thin the glue out. Okay, so we want to make sure this is on here, and we want to make sure that it's straight. I don't know why this is not coming out as expected. Should I have narrowed it? Well, we're going with it now. So now we need paper F1, flip up 1, oh, I forgot to ink these. I'm sorry. Oh, because we have to trim them. That's why. So this one we won't have to trim as much because it'll be the closest to the page size that we're going to have. So we'll only have to trim it to there. We won't have to trim the width on these. I guess I could have inked the rest. Remember, we're adding extra ink to these because we're giving it sort of a distressed, vintagey look. I think I want the splotch up at the top in case, you know, I think we could add this pocket to here. Then we could still write something here, and then we'll put a card in with a recipe on it as well. We'll cut that to there. Okay. Of course, now I'm hungry. It's 4:30 in the morning. I'm actually expecting a call from my friend. She's 2 hours ahead. So if she calls, I'll put you guys on hold or stop the video and then start a new video and stitch them together. But I thought I would have time to do this, so we'll see. Okay, so there's the pocket. Let's glue the paper on. Well, was I going to use that side? No. Oh, we need a magnet. I think I have to double magnet these. In other words, I think I have to do a magnet from here to here, and whoops, to here, and then another one on the back of here to the back of the paper to hold both of them, because I don't think one magnet holds both down. I think that's the problem I had before, because the second one flips up. So let's put the paper on here. Come on, glue. Any glue at all. Boy, this is aggravating. So, in my life, I've been watching this series called Yellow Jackets that's on Showtime, and it's about this girl's soccer team whose plane crashes in this remote area, wilderness, and how they cope and survive, whatever. Then it also jumps forward to their lives in the future, and what's going on with them then. So it's really interesting. You know, they've got the people that do a lot, the people that aren't pulling their weight, the ones that learn how to shoot, you know, and hunt, and stuff like that. I don't want to give anything away. So, I find it interesting. The future ones are just as interesting as their youth versions that are stranded in the wilderness. They're in the mountains. in the U.S. Okay, so there's that. So now this one goes here. Now remember, the reason we put this on this way is because it's going to be upside down until you flip this up, and then it'll be right side up. So that's why we put it on basically upside down. So now we're going to put this one on here. We have to trim it because this one is shorter. It's even shorter than this one. It's still a little long, isn't it? And there was another show I started watching, and I don't remember what it is now. I hate that. I usually should just start one and stick with it. Oh, the Irrational and Found. And I think they're both on, excuse me, either Paramount Plus or they're on Peacock. One of the two. Those are the main things I have besides, you know, Amazon, because I get mine streaming on the web at home. Well, and my phone. I have been watching those, and those are ones that new episodes are being posted. I think Yellow Jackets is the same way on season 2, but I'm only on season 1. So they've all streamed for one. So there's 10 episodes, I think, in each season. And then by the time I get to season 2, all 10 will be posted for that, because 9 have been posted so far. Kind of went a little far on that one, didn't I? Okay, so let's glue this one. Sometimes laying the bottle on its side, as long as it's not too full, makes it a lot easier to get the glue to start. Oh, were we going to put a magnet here? So we're going to do this by putting the tape on backwards, so it'll glue it to here. Then we'll attach it like that. Then we'll rub it so that the tape adheres, or at least partially. There we go. And that will magnetize this one to that one. I like this one. So you can put notes here to yourself. Don't forget to turn on the oven. You know what I'm saying? Just different notes to yourself. Or you could put another recipe here. Okay, so then this is going to flip up again, and we'll be putting F3 on here. Oh, look, it's crooked. Gosh darn it. Well, that's better. So now on F3, we're going to put a pocket. So let's make the size. Then we're going to need 2 magnets. No, we won't. We'll only need 1 more. And that'll be behind this paper. Okay, so this one's going to be this short. I've already inked the pocket. I'd like to make the names of the recipes in Word and use a table and then color the cells different colors. But I'm not sure about the size. You know, what they call the point size, the font size to use to make them not come out too big or too small. So I might just cut out pieces and glue them on and write it by hand. I'm going to have to do everything in pencil and then go over it with my pen. I think we'll put this at the top since we're putting the pocket at the bottom. Now I cut this off. I took the flaps off of it so that it would fit, except for the bottom flap. I left that off to give it the corners, make it a little interesting. But I cut the side and the bottom flaps off because otherwise it wouldn't have fit. I could have left it on to make it interesting and just trimmed it, I guess. Alright, so let's glue this one on. And this will be like the other one where we will be able to write a recipe and then have a recipe card. I haven't got the papers out for the cards. I'm running into a problem. I thought we had enough pages, but we're only on page, well, I have the paper set aside for page 3, but depending on what I do, we may have to have some pages printed twice. Okay. Then we're just going to do this part and this part here. And that will give us a little more room to tuck it in. So it's going to be more like a tuck than a pocket. Then we can put a larger card in. We can put a card that's the width of the page in, instead of being restricted by the width of this here. See, we'll be able to put a card in this big, the size of the whole page. which yeah, see, we only have 4 of these pages left. 5 if you count the printing on this one, the collage. To make a card. Anyway, now let's put a magnet on the back. Oh. Now, we want to make sure that's to the front one. Let's test it before we glue anything. Forgot and stood it up. Okay. I had an idea for the double cards that we need for the next section. This looks crooked on here. Looks like it's too late to slide it. Okay. And then we can write something here, and we can write a recipe up here, like the name, and then we'll put the ingredients here. You know what I mean? A couple lines, however much it takes. And then you can write the directions here. Okay? So that's that section. And we'll put something here. I have some dried lavender, and I was thinking of putting a real piece here and using this tape, which is heat tape. And you can get it really cheap on Temu. You can get 4 rolls for $5 or $6, I think. And it looks just like antique tape when you use it without, you know, using any of the heat properties or whatever. So that's what we'll probably do. I'll probably get out some of my dried lavender and put some of that on. But this is what the tape looks like. Okay, so let's go on to the cards. I had an idea. So we've got our double cards in here. So I had an idea, first of all, is to put the tabs in 2 different places so that you realize there's 2 cards. And then the images for the cards are these 2 pages, which we'll have to ink as soon as we get them the sizes. Well, we can lay it down because we're going to need the glue for the tabs. So let's cut these, and then we'll round the corners. So I want to cut it off, cut the bottom part off. So we'll line it up that way. And usually if you put it in at an angle and then draw a line straight across, you can come pretty close to how much you need to cut off to get it to fit. Sometimes I get lucky on the first try. Oh, just a little bit more. Make sure we're fitting it in the same one. Yeah, I think we were doing it in the front pocket. Yep. Does it fit in the back one too? Because if it fits in both, it still needs a little more. What in the world? So it fits in the back one. And it fits in the front one, so let's make this one the same size. Not sure how this one ended up a little bit wider. No, I still think we should make them both one more smidge smaller so we don't have to fight with them to get them in and out. And I picked these because we can't write on them or anything. On the fronts anyway. Yeah, that's much better. Alright, so do we need to make it a little narrower to put a tab on it? Again, making it a little bit narrower so that the top does not stick out. I've already inked the tabs. Oh, I thought the people were up upstairs, but Oz is laying next to the cabinet, which has a door that you can kind of move a little bit, and he's scratching. And so every time his leg moves to scratch, then it makes the cabinet vibrate. So I'm hearing do 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 do. Okay, let's round the corners. We're using the 1/2 inch. We're going to ink them front and back. Now we can write recipes on the back. Don't forget. I was thinking of using my stamps, those little stamps, to stamp images on the tabs, but I'm almost thinking it would be better to write like apple or pumpkin, or I don't know. I think we're going to have to convert this to a herbal recipe book. There's just no way it fits for fall. But an herbal book we can put out any time of year. That's a kind of a mess, isn't it? And we're going to have to put the tabs on the left side of both cards. this on. So I got an email from my brother the other day, and he's incarcerated, so he doesn't have access to, you know, the internet or anything. So he's always asking me to look up stuff for him. So now he had a discussion, I don't know, mild disagreement slash bet, whatever, going on with one of the other guys about which Metallica album came out first. So I went online, and he was like, use Wikipedia. And I'm like, I'll use Google. That'll come up first. You know, something easier, just use Google. So I use Google, and I copy and paste the information into his email that I'm sending back to him. And then I looked at it, and come to find out, the information had come from Wikipedia. Which I thought was very funny. Maybe it had to be there. I don't know. Now, I'm not sure. I think gluing it on first is going to make it easier to stamp. Especially the stamps are going to be so small. I'm not even going to put them on a block, I don't think. I think I might need to scruff that up a little bit more. Just a little bit. My neighbor's pit bull is barking at 5 a.m. Yay! Oops, look at that. I didn't ink that side. Ink to this one. I know they're glued together, but I like to do them the same just in case. Then when you fold it, don't forget to do this top edge. Just looks a lot better. You guys can't hear it, but I have the radio on, and it's the... Depending on what order these videos are coming out, you probably already know that I'm listening to station 553 Classic Rock Top 1000 on Sirius XM. Yeah, that'll be good. And so I'm listening to Moon Dance. I love this song. All right, let's get these out and see what we've got. We've got a couple of leaves. These little bitty ones I think would fit. I'm wondering. This would fit. You want to make sure you've got it right side up to where you want to ink it. I shouldn't have laid it on top of the other card, but I did, and I had ink around the edges that I didn't think would show. but I think it's because I had it laying on top of this. So now let's flip this over. This time we're going to wipe the corners off. There we go. Much better. And we'll use a different one. Looks kind of tropical. Let's use one of these. And this other one. I wiggled that. I hope it didn't smear it. There we go. So that worked out all right, didn't it? Just the corner, because apparently I don't know how to stamp. Then I'll go through and take the two long ones. I'll make these the two end ones. Should just turn them over so I know to clean them. Okay. And we'll put the cards where they belong. See if we can pull it out just enough for the leaf to show. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we've got those two leaves. There's no way to, unless we did the smaller ones, which we could have done and put two on here. This mistake is going to show no matter what. So we've got our two cards done, and we got our double flip up done, except for decorating and writing. Maybe I'll do a couple of those off camera so that we have a couple that we can see, and then I'm going to recover this and print out a new copy for the cover. Okay, well that's it for this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.